Welcome everyone, this is Master's Joke, also Master's Joke 75 on Instagram. So in this video is another toy fair. So destination Norwich, meeting my good friend from Instagram, Chuffy Futter, who agreed to take me to the Norwich Vintage Toy Fair, which is located at the Mercure Hotel in Norwich. Chuffy, he warned me it was a small event, but I've heard some good things about it, and also it's actually organised by In Demand Toys, and that got me excited because there's a few bits and pieces that I want to pick up from In Demand Toys because they've got some great stuff on their website. And this is their store here. They had some fantastic stuff and some really good prices as well. I mean, reasonable prices, and it wasn't just like new stuff. They also sold like vintage stuff as well. Like the vintage line of the Star Wars action figures. I mean, I'm mainly at the event for the Star Wars stuff, because I love a Star Wars toy hunt. But they had action figures from all different eras. I think going as far back as the 60s, Action Man. Transformers, Thundercats, loads of He-Man, modern vintage, loads and loads of Lego, and just great prices as well. I mean, I didn't pick up that much stuff, but that was because I was being very mindful of money, because Christmas is coming, and I've been to a lot of events within the last couple of months. But I got some good stuff. But I've got to be honest with you, although it's a small event, and I think it's a bit smaller than the St Ives, from a stall point of view, a bit smaller than the St Ives in Cambridge event that I go to. But it's just got fantastic stuff. I mean, I could have been here all day. I could have spent a fortune. I mean, I wanted that TIE fighter. That was £40. I wanted this TIE bomber. He wanted £40 as well. Oh, I was so tempted. I mean, look at it. I mean, it's in immaculate condition, brand new. Oh, so much good stuff. And also, the stall holders are just so friendly, unlike the St Ives Toy Fair, where they're rude and sarcastic. So I definitely would come back here, but you need to bring more money. I wanted that Kylie as well. But honestly, it was just a brilliant day out. And big up to Chuffy Futter for putting up with me all day, because it was absolutely fantastic. And they had stormtroopers there. They had actual stormtroopers, and that was one of my grumbles from the Collectomania 27 event. They had no stormtroopers whatsoever. They had stormtroopers. They had Darth Vader. You could get your photo taken, give a little donation to charity. And there's me. With me good friends, and this is the and the weird thing is, if you have watched my yesterday location video of where I went to Galston Beach to the Pier Hotel, when I actually went down, because that was when I was on holiday, when I actually went down to the place, the Norwich Star Wars cosplay group, they were actually there, and I missed out. But these are the Norwich Star Wars cosplay group, so it was great to finally see them. But let's have a look and see what I picked up. So what did I actually pick up at the Norwich Vintage Toy Fair? An Ewok Village. What else would I be picking up? I've always wanted one of these, but they were too expensive for me back in the day, and then they're too expensive for me now, really. But this was at the end of the fair, and this guy. This guy had loads of it was like incomplete like play sets. Like he had 4 Rebel transporters, and the Rebel, as I've mentioned many times before, the Rebel transporter or Rebel transport is my favourite vintage ship of all time. It's one of the best play sets ever, because it's not only a ship, but it's also a carry case as well. And I'm disappointed that they never re-released it in any wave at all. Hopefully, Hasbro Pulse will decide to re-release some, retro collection vehicles. I mean, that'd be great. I'd love them to do that, and the Rebel transport would be top of my list. I mean, obviously you had the Millennium Falcon, Slave One, X-Wing. You know, what was it? The ATST. A few others. They were released for the Power of the Force 2 line, TIE Fighter, but never the Rebel transport. And it's my absolute favourite. But this guy anyway, he had like loads of parts basically. So he had 4 Rebel transports. He had this like Ewok village, just sat in a carrier bag, Millennium Falcons, you know, no bits on. So I went back to him at the end of the fair. Well, I say the end of the fair. It wasn't over, but it was when we were leaving. And I just asked him, you know, how much for the Ewok village? He's £10. I thought £10. So I checked. Oh, you know, so I had a look to see what was actually there, and the majority of the base is there. I mean, I'm really happy. I mean, it does need a proper good clean, but let me just give you a little tour of it. So yeah, it's absolutely filthy, but I mean, I've been having a look on eBay just to see how much the parts are, because this is a project, obviously, and with a project, it can take as long as you want to complete. So I think the first thing I want to get is the kind of the fire pit, which goes in the middle there somewhere, but it's got the little lift mechanism that all still works, and I mean it's covered in dust and filth, but no, I'm really happy with it. So it's missing the back platform here, and I've seen one on eBay for like a £5, and then it's missing there's little supports that go here in these little holes here, little triangle supports, and so there's 3 of them, and I think they're going for like £6 on eBay. So yeah, I'm glad to have the base, but I'm not in a rush to complete it. I think I'm going to buy the extra platform, get it cleaned up. What I really want to do, what I've always wanted to do, is get my AT-AT, lower the kind of drawbridge from the beast, and then invade the Ewok village with my stormtroopers. That's what I'd love to do. But I think it's great. I mean, and it's a lot bigger than I actually thought it would be. But for £10, you just can't go wrong. I mean, it seems all secure. I mean, it doesn't seem to be any damage to it. It was rattling a little bit, and I managed to shake out. It's a bit of like broken plastic. Must be like a bracket or something from the platform. But yeah, really happy with it. So yeah, it's a project. It's a work in progress. Didn't go out to get an Ewok village. Just a bonus, really. But £10, and it's so big I can't even fit it on screen. But I'm really happy with that. But yeah, I'm gonna just pick up a couple of bits, you know, over Christmas. Definitely going to get the fire pit and the platform, and that's it for now. It's a work in progress. So I picked up my Ewok village. Really happy with that. And then there was this guy, and he was selling beta Star Wars figures. What was it? I think he was selling. They were like £3 each, or 2 for £5. And there was this. And I love my Darth Vaders. I always pick up a Darth Vader, and I always pick up like an Endor Ranger, because I like to army build. And there must have been about 5 Endor Rangers in this box, and there was this little kid. He must have been about like 6 or something, and he was with his uncle or his dad or whatever, and he was going through it, and and he picked up I think he picked up 4 Rangers. He picked up a few figures, and then the man who was with him, he bought him some as well. And I thought, oh no, not the Rangers, but so I was disappointed because I love my Rangers, but in some ways it was great to see a little kid who was really, 6 years old, 7 years old, who was really into his vintage Star Wars figures. So it was good to see, but I was disappointed that I didn't get those Rangers. But there was one left. With Chuffy Futter, he saw the Ranger, so it's a little bit beat up. Yeah, he was 2 for a £5. So yeah, these will all need a clean. But let me just go through them. Right, so from my 2 for a £5 range, so I've got an attack commander. Yeah, so he's a beater. He's not in the best condition. He's got a rub to his nose. Yeah, he's not in the best condition, but yeah, if I can get one at a good price, he'll go on display. He'll go in my Imperial display, and he'll sit in the attack with all his brothers. But you can't go wrong for that price. So I got him with. So he would So here's the Endor Ranger I got, the one that Chuffy Futter found, the one that the little kid didn't notice, and so he's not in the best shape. He's quite tight, his limbs, but his helmet's a little bit battered. But yeah, you can't. I mean, 2 for a £5. That is a bargain. So I'm happy with that. And then I got this is for my Hoth display. Again, I like to army build, so I got a Hoth Rebel Soldier. He's not in the best condition. Needs a good wash. He's a little bit loose, but apart from that, his paint isn't in too bad a condition. He'll probably sit in one of my Rebel tanks, and I'll probably take, because I've got a guy in a Rebel tank, I'll probably take him out because I think this is the weakest limbed Hoth soldier I've got. But yeah, once he's all cleaned up, he'll look fine. So I bought him with, right, yeah, I got like a biker scout. £2.50, 2 for a £5, and he's in relatively good nick. I mean, he's it just needs a good old wash, bit of wear on the old paint, but that always happens. I mean, it's in better condition than some of my biker scouts. It's quite white, not too much yellowing on there. So I mean, that was great. I'm glad the little kids didn't see that one. And then staying on the Return of the Jedi theme, so I got Han Solo. So obviously I've got this figure already, and I've ordered the new retro collection version as well. But the facials, the actual face, just looked a little bit different than the one that I've got. So it's probably a different variation. And he's in really good condition. He's quite tight-limbed. Bit of wear to his hair, but apart from that, he's in really good condition. So I was interested in the actual face, different than the one I've got. So I thought, I'll pick that up. And then Han, for the other one for the £5, I got another Luke Skywalker. Purely because he seemed to be in really good condition. He's got a little bit of wear to his he's got a little bit of wear to his nose. He's in really good nick. He's got really like tight limbs. No wear to his hand at all. So I thought, why not? So again, I've ordered him in the retro collection as well. So he was my 2 for a £5. So that was £15 I spent on that stall. I could have bought more, but they were so cheap compared to the like NEC. I mean, the NEC, there's bargains to be had, but the NEC, I found it quite overwhelming because there was so much stuff I didn't see because it was just so busy. Whereas this Norwich Toy Fair, everyone is so relaxed, chilled out. They've got time to chat. No one being sarcastic, moaning about filming. There was other people filming there as well. It was honestly, I wish it was closer. I really, really enjoyed it. The Hunstanton, was it Hunstanton? No, not Hunstanton. The toy fair that I go to in St Ives in Cambridge. That's more. I mean, there's a couple of action figure places, retro places, but it's more kind of die-cast trains, things like that. And I like trains and I like die-cast, but the Norwich Toy Fair, it's pure. It was action figures. I mean, it's kind of arranged by In Demand Toys. I suppose that's why there is so many stalls selling like action figures and retro stuff and Action Man, Lego. It's only a small one. I'd say it's probably, from a stall point of view, it's probably smaller than the St Ives, but it's just got better stuff and the people are so nice. Definitely, if you're in the Norwich area, I think the next one is I don't know if is it March next year. I can't remember. But definitely check it out. It's a brilliant toy fair, absolutely brilliant. And I could have bought more stuff, but I had, Christmas is coming, and that's what I had to be mindful of, really. So I could have spent so much more money, but it's been an expensive few weeks. So what's that? That's £25 I've spent so far, and then I got. I got a Darth Vader, and I picked him up of another. I think I picked him up of another store or something. Because I always pick up a Darth Vader. He's dusty and dirty, but he just needs a good clean. He's in quite good condition. I don't know. I think he was £2 or something. So I'm happy with that. Or £2.50. And then In Demand Toys, so they sell like new stuff because I've seen them online, but I've never bought from them before. But they sell like vintage stuff as well as brand new stuff as well, and I didn't realise they sold vintage stuff, so I bought another. I mean, I don't need any C3POs. But I bought another C3PO. And he's like, he's got a really nice colour on him. He's like the Empire Strikes Back one because his limbs come off. He's really tight. And so they sell them in packets. I mean, you can open them up if you want to have a look. And he was £4. £4. There's nothing wrong with him. So I snapped him up, £4. I thought that was a really, really good price. You can never have too many C3POs. And then again at In Demand Toys, I bought another Rebel Ranger, but this one, just give me focus. This one is like top quality. I mean, his limbs it's like brand new, if I'm honest. The paint, it's got a little bit of rub on his backpack, but that's about it. The condition is fantastic. I mean, obviously none of these figures come with weapons, but yeah, I do like to army build. I love the Endor Ranger. £3 I think he was. You can't go wrong. You cannot go wrong. So you know, I could have had I could have had a lot more Rebel Rangers that day, but you know, I got 2, so that's not bad. And when I look at the you know, I paid like £3 for the Rebel Ranger from Indemand Toys. I think they had another one which I suppose was £4, which I suppose they'd say was in better condition. But you know, when you look at it, and I sort of paid £2.50 for the one here, and that was £3. I mean, you just can't go wrong. Absolutely fantastic day out. So that's what I bought from a vintage point of view. So yeah, again, I didn't spend a lot of money, but then there's 2 items. There's 2 items that I did spend a lot of money on, and I'm going to get them now. And because I knew, like Chuffy Futter told me that the Indemand Toys arrange the actual event, so I was hoping that they would have these 2 items, and they did have them, and I was so happy. So I'm going to get them in a moment. But with the stall that was selling the Ewok village, he had the 4 Rebel transporters. Now I've got 5 already, because as I've said, the Rebel transporter was my favourite ship. I've got my original that I got for Christmas in the mid-80s. Fantastic Christmas that was. So I've still got that one, plus 4 more. And he was selling them for £5 each, and I was so tempted to buy them. I mean, there was bits missing, but there was some really good bits on there. Some of them were damaged, but I reckon you could have almost got a whole, or made 2 whole ones out of the 4 of them. But I don't know how would have been able to explain that to my wife. I wish I had bought them. I wish I had bought the other 4 Rebel transports. I should have bought them. I'm disappointed that I didn't buy them, but I don't know. I should have bought them. But honestly, there were so many bargains there, and also, so there was loads of Funko Pops there as well. Loads of Funko Pops, and I even saw a few Stranger Things ones as well. They were like £15 for the Stranger Things ones. They weren't in the best the boxes weren't in the best of condition. So I probably would have bought, maybe they had an 11, and I probably would have bought that for my son, maybe for Christmas. But it wasn't in the box wasn't in the best of condition at the back, so I decided not to. But they had just so much stuff. Definitely, you've got to check it out. Really, really great day out. But let me get my 2 expensive items that I got from Indemand Toys. I'm just going to get them now. Right, so this is what I got from Indemand Toys, and it's the Star Wars Retro Collection Dengar and IG-88. Now it's an Amazon exclusive, and you can buy it on Amazon from the United States site, and then you've got to pay for postage, and you've got to pay duty as well. So I'd been thinking about doing that, because I know other people have done it as well, because I don't understand why these aren't available or openly available in the UK or even on Amazon. I don't understand why. So I knew, well, when Chuffy Futter said about, you know, Indemand being involved with the toy fair, I thought I'd hold out and see if they had this on their stall, because I mean, they did have it on their website, and it was $34.99, sold out. It's been sold out for ages. So after I bought my my couple of vintage figures from Indemand Toys, me and Chuffy, we were looking at the Black Series figures and also the vintage collection. And I've got to say, Indemand Toys, they had some reasonable prices. I mean, I've been to toy fairs, and some of the prices of vintage collection figures have been really over the top, but yeah, they were really well priced there, and there was a lot of stuff that I was interested in, but I saw this, and it was £40, and I thought, I'm having that. So, and I knew, I think there was a few of the Dengar and IG-88 and it was like only one of the Boba Fett and Bosk. So I thought, I'm having that, and straight away I picked it up and made the purchase. So that's the IG88 and Bosk, and then the IG88 and Dengar, and then I got the Boba Fett as well. So let's put that there. And I'm just so happy with it. I mean, obviously the Boba Fett, everyone's got the Boba Fett now because it's exactly the same figure that Hasbro released in the Empire Strikes Back wave of the retro collection. So it's exactly the same. It's the same card back. It's the same everything. It's got the sticker. But yeah, no, this is the first time they've released Bosk and the other bounty hunters. I like it. I like the fact that it's like a 2-pack, and I just love the box. It's proper like retro, and then on the back you've got you've got that classic picture of all the bounty hunters on there. There's Zucus, but which one is Zucus? It's great, honestly. And I think is it a Japanese import? I don't know. It's got the little Japanese sticker on the back, but no, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Really happy with that. So that was 40 quid, and so was IG88 and Dengar. I mean, that's exactly the same on the back. So really happy with them, and I'm really thankful to Chuffy Futter for taking me to the event, because it was absolutely brilliant. I really enjoyed myself. And then after the toy fair, Chuffy Futter then took me to the Avengers HQ, like filming location, which was filmed at the Sainsbury's. I think it's like an art centre, and that was brilliant as well. You know, I mean, that was great. That was really nice. I mean, he chose the wettest day of the year to walk around Avengers HQ. But honestly, it's a brilliant place, and it's free to go, free to get in. But yeah, that was brilliant. So that's coming in another video. But yeah, and then after we'd been to the Avengers, because we spent probably like 45 minutes at the Sainsbury's Avengers HQ, and then we went to the famous Fat Cat in Norwich, and I had a nice pint of Blue Moon with some orange in there. So really good day. Really enjoyed my day out in Norwich, and a big thanks again to Chuffy Futter for taking me to the Norwich Vintage Toy Fair. So that's the end of the video. So I've got to wash my Ewok village and all my figures. I mean, look at all the ranges that I've got, all the indoor ranges. So that's my vintage figure haul from the NEC, as well as the Norwich Vintage Toy Fair. So I'm looking forward to doing a toy polloi on that lot. But yeah, I mean, that's the end of the video. Join me in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Lets me know you care. The vlog is over.